Hey everyone, welcome back to the Withering Effect. This is episode 11. Today's date is August 27th. I am Duds or Duds Versus, everywhere else you may see me.
And I'm Bankarappel, or Bank for short, and today we're gonna talk about some Minecraft. What have you been working on this week?
Well, I'm actually going to start on some non-Minecraft stuff like I always do.
Of course.
I did some more work on my car.
Oh, nice.
Trying to fix the stuff the dealership decided that wasn't important enough to fix on my warranty.
Oh, maybe not so nice then.
Yeah. Basically, there's just a flapping plastic sound around 60 miles an hour, which in America's highway speed just about everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it's super annoying. So I did some digging underneath the car, trying to find these plastic panels that might be loose, and I found a couple, bought the parts to fix it, fixed those parts, just to still have the sound there.
Oh, so you didn't even fix it?
Didn't even fix it. I fixed some other stuff. The stuff I did fix really did need to be fixed. So I'm not upset.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of like disappointed that I didn't find the real cause.
So you did a lot of really useful stuff, and then this was just sort of, oh, I might have done it for, like, no reason.
Kind of.
Alright.
Well, I wouldn't say no reason, because like I said, it needed to be done. The
Mm-hmm.
plastic parts that were loose needed to be tightened up. And they are now. But doing all that kind of stuff made me think it might be worth maybe every once in a while, like once every 3 months, throwing like a car vlog up there. Because
Yeah?
I do have a decently nice car. It's not anything to just toot my own horn at. But I have a nice car and I like taking care of my car, so it'd be kind of fun to show it off on the channel and stuff.
If you got a
But
car like yours over here, it's kind of a fancy car. So that's
yeah,
kind of
it all started because I started watching the show Hyperdrive on Netflix. I don't know if you've heard of it yet. I don't know if it's in Europe.
I'm not that big of a car guy. I'm assuming it's kind of a car series.
It is, but not being a car guy actually works out too.
Oh, okay.
Did you watch American Ninja Warrior at all?
I've seen it pass by. I never really looked at it, but yeah, I sort of know what it is.
Yeah, so take American Ninja Warrior,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of people, put a cars.
Okay, that does sound interesting.
Basically a giant obstacle course for cars, and it's fun to watch. You don't have to be a car person to enjoy it. So like Sunday when we were having family dinner, I turned it on the TV because I was like 7 episodes in. I'm like, I'm watching this sucker. And basically the entire family got into it because there's great backstories for some of these drivers. Most of everyone's an amateur driver.
Oh,
There's
okay.
very few professional guys actually in it. You have to bring your own car, so the risk of crashing it is huge. There's not any prize money for competing on this show.
Oh,
They
that kind of
they
nice
pay
actually.
for your they pay for your travel, they pay for your food, and all that kind of stuff, and that's it. You wreck your car's gone.
Okay.
It's on you.
I was thinking you have what is it? Trials for like bikes and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Is that a good comparison to make as well to this?
I would say so, because there's qualifiers that lead up to an actual knockout round,
Mm-hmm.
where basically if you're the two slowest, you have to go head to head to see who gets kicked out of the course.
Cool.
It's very cool, very fun to watch. Even if you're not a car person, give it a shot.
I will. It sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah, just watch one episode. Very well done. Charlize Theron is the executive producer, which looking
Oh,
at her,
nice.
you wouldn't realize she's a car person, but she is.
Nice.
She's in the first episode a little bit, but then kind of stands back and lets the racers really just race, which I really like. She didn't put herself forward a lot.
So it's more about the racers and not really about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a couple announcers that, if you're familiar with American sports at all, you'll know. But yeah, very fun to watch. And I was watching that while working on my car, so that's when I had, well, maybe car vlogs would be something people might want to watch every once in a while.
I think it could be interesting.
I think so too. But getting on to actual Minecraft stuff, because this is a Minecraft podcast. Like always, the tangents. I finished my potion brewing room and netherwort farm after like starting it 3 weeks ago. I can't believe it took so long to finish.
It did take a long time.
Yeah. Well, the Netherwork farm itself literally took 30 minutes to throw together.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that hard. The pathing for the storage system was a little hard because I changed my mind halfway through it. But other than that, it's working fine. I did some phantom hunting. So I have enough, what do you call it, phantom membrane to do some slow falling potions. I only have like over a stack because I don't think I'm going to need a ton of slow falling potions.
You'll get like 3 potions out of 1. So that's
right.
That's a lot of potions.
Yeah, and I put the redstone in there, so it's like an 8-minute potion each time.
Oh, nice. So you upgrade the potions.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But yeah, that's all done. The video went out. That's great and everything. Other than that, I'm kind of like, what project do I work on now?
Yeah, I mean, your base is getting... There isn't much expanding to do, I guess.
No, I think I'm going to go outside the walls and work on a village. I have an idea for the little, I don't want to call them shops, but the pop-up tent area.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. On with trying to think of what to do next. How was your week? What did you work on?
Yeah, you're laughing already because you kind of know all about it. So up until Tuesday, or I guess Wednesday evening, my week was awesome. Because, Tuesday I got my 3D printer, which was amazing. And then, like, Wednesday evening, I burned my hands pretty badly. Which is my right hand as well, which kind of disables me behind a PC.
Yeah.
Which was annoying, and obviously it hurt, like, a lot.
Yeah.
Can't use words I want to use.
Podcast.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only word that can describe it. And then, like, 2 days later, my body was like, yeah, you didn't get screwed enough. Let's give you, like, some random infection somewhere. I'll stick with that. But, yeah, my week was pretty horrible.
It sounds horrible.
It was. A lot of pain. But it's getting all better now. My hand's healing really nice. So hopefully I'll be able to use it properly on the PC again. I did play, like... Well, I actually got the chance to watch a lot of YouTube and stuff, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I did manage to play, like, some simple games with my left hand, but, yeah, it's... I want to be able to use my right hand again. That would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But, that was pretty much my week.
Yeah, I have a lot of YouTube videos to catch up on. I got so tied up, first with Person of Interest, and then I immediately went to Hyperdrive right after that.
Yeah.
I think I have like 2 weeks backlog of Ripple Effect videos to catch up on.
Yeah, a good series does really ruin like YouTube watching schedules and stuff. Well, I don't have schedules for it, but I guess you know what I mean.
Well, see, that's the worst part about Hyperdrive. I was sitting there and it's like, okay, it's only 10 episodes. This isn't bad, and I'll just watch 1 episode a day, so I'm not... No, hooked immediately. Binge watch. The first episode, cliffhanger. What?
Oh, those are great for like keeping you watching that stuff.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. The next couple episodes there were no cliffhangers, so you could stop it if you wanted to, but I didn't wanna.
Yeah, I know the feeling really well. I think almost anyone does. Like when you find a good show, it's just why quit, right?
Right. Yeah, I ended up tweeting at one of the hosts saying, dude, the show is awesome and everything, but you guys released all the episode at once, so now I have to wait like 2 years for season 2 if there's gonna be one. What the heck?
Yeah, that is the worst. I like it when they fully release a show at once, so you can like watch it instantly. But if they are gonna continue with it, it would have been nicer if you just had 1 episode a week, so they could make it as you're catching up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Okay, so we're gonna get back on track now with the Minecraft news. I swear I'll stop talking about cars.
Also, there was actually Minecraft news, which was nice.
Right?
Yeah.
Me and you both were like, they're not gonna talk about anything important until Minecon. We're gonna have to scrounge up some random news, such as how do bees wear pants? Hint, hint, wink, wink. Foreshadowing! So, 1.15 snapshot came out. It is 19W34A. And we're going to briefly go over it because obviously it's going to mean the main topic of discussion. So the snapshot added bees, bee nest, bee hives, honeycomb, a new dispenser functionality. Java Edition now requires OpenGL 2.0. I hope that means it's going to be less buggy and laggy. I don't know. It's got a new function for loot tables called copy state, and they fixed some bugs.
Well, bug fixing is always around. I think they do that every update.
Right. I don't know what the OpenGL 2.0 does. Like I said, I just hope it's more of a sturdier version.
I'm never fully sure on the OpenGL thingy because I've heard like a ton of different thingies about it, and I just didn't pay enough attention anymore the last few years. But I think it might have something to do with being able to alt-tab and stuff as well.
Maybe, because they did promise a windowed full-screen version at some point that has never come.
And I remember when they were mentioning that, they mentioned the OpenGL thing a lot as well. So maybe they are related, but I honestly can't remember.
Yeah. Like I said, we'll talk more about bees and stuff in the main discussion. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to Minecraft Dungeons had gameplay released. We had a teaser trailer before, and for those of you guys who don't know, Dungeons is going to be a multiplayer dungeon crawler. Mm-hmm. It's very different from Minecraft, and it's not a survival game. Well, it is. You don't want to die.
I was going to say, well, kinda.
Yeah. But to me, Dungeons will be kind of a proving ground for designs. That's what I'm more interested in. Not so much the gameplay and everything like that, but designs of armor, because they have custom armor in there. They get custom weapons in there. They also put magic in there.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how magic works. To me, I know they say they're not... Dungeons has no effect on Minecraft, and Minecraft has no effect on Dungeons. But I think they're quietly going to be proving grounds. It's like, oh yeah, this texture works really well here. It might work well in Java or Bedrock or stuff like that.
That's really interesting. I honestly didn't think about that. Now that you say that, though, I watched one... Because, I watched one video where someone was commenting while he was playing. Mm-hmm. And he mentioned how he really liked the sounds in there. So that could be a thing. Like that's a nice example of what you just said. That could be... They could use that. Like, oh, people like the sounds, so we're going to use it in the real Minecraft.
I'm glad you said that, because that's the one thing I really caught on to, saying, man, the ambient noises in this game really do bring me into the game. It's not so much like Minecraft, where I just literally, as soon as I get in, I turn all my sounds basically all the way down. The only sound I have going, I think, is like water blocks where there's bubbles and stuff, so I can tell where lava is, and hostile mobs. Everything else is like muted.
I can't play that way. Like, I just want a lot of sound. I didn't really notice that, but maybe because I'm just so used to having a lot of ambient sounds. I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna pay more attention to that. Yeah, I'll probably watch it after the podcast and listen to all the sounds, because that sounds interesting. Good sounds do make a game.
Hopefully we can get the link to Carl so he can put the gameplay video or whatever we're watching in the notes so people can watch the same trailer.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Some other stuff I saw, it very much reminded me of the new Legend of Zelda coming. Well, I say new, but the remake of Link's Awakening.
I thought that was like gonna be pretty much exactly the same as the old Link's Awakening, just colored in.
It pretty much is, but the way the camera and the player moves, to me that feels very much like Link's Awakening.
Okay.
So it's piqued my interest. I really want to play this game. Way more than Minecraft Earth. Yeah,
Minecraft Earth... it's gonna be fun for a bit, I guess. This definitely looks like it has... well, I mean, they can just make new dungeons, right? So that's...
Well, that's just it. It's all computer generated. No dungeon's the same.
Ooh, I missed that.
Yeah. So each dungeon changes and stuff like that. And also the difficulty level goes up based on your level.
Right. It kind of makes sense.
It should get harder as you play. And to me, this looks like a real fun game. All right, so say we're streaming, but we can't do... Like, our Friday stream, our plans got ruined. So we have to come up with something quick. We've had to do that multiple times.
Yeah.
This would be a fun game just to throw in there. Like, hey, if 2 other people want to join us, let's go fight some random dungeon.
Yeah, depending on how the servers work, we could just say, like, hey, we're here. If you want to join. Something like that. Yeah. I mean, it sounds interesting. I think it'll definitely, especially the way you say it, if you go, I don't know, once in a while, just do a dungeon. It does sound a bit like, if you want to play it on a daily basis, for example. Doesn't sound... Yeah, it doesn't sound really well to do that. What I'm also really curious about, and I'm guessing by you saying that it's like procedurally generated. When I think of a dungeon crawler, I think puzzles and hard puzzles. Like those are kind of the puzzle games to me.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it in here. I didn't really see much of it either.
Right, and that's the bad part about the trailer, because it doesn't really show you a lot. And from what I heard, it looks super easy in the trailer, but like the characters, if you look, their levels are extremely high, whereas the mobs aren't, and that was made so it would be a quicker gameplay.
Yeah,
I think they do an entire dungeon in one clip.
Well, they also level up like every minute or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think, but what you can see on the gameplay thingy, I kind of see it as one of those classic hack and slash games, more than anything else. I hope they change that, because I mean it's really fun to just button smash your way through a dungeon. But yeah, only for once in a while. If they add some, I don't know, something like puzzles or whatever, I can see myself playing it more often.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, and they did mention it won't be available at the beginning, but player-created dungeons might be a thing.
I don't know how I feel about that yet, but considering the community of Minecraft, there could be some awesome dungeons in there.
Right, especially with how, Mario Maker has kind of caught on. The idea of making your own level could be very fun.
Yeah, I remember, like, back in the day, some games had, like, a world editor and you could make your level. I always really enjoyed doing that. Yeah.
It's definitely a game I want to pick up. Do I think it's worth the $60 price tag American that a lot of games are? No. Not at all.
I did not know about that either. That's
well, they haven't given a price. That's
okay.
why I'm saying this. If it's the same as like Java, which I think is $25 right now, I'll even pay $30 for it. But
yeah,
with them coming out on Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox, I don't know many Switch games that are under $60. So that's why I threw that number out there.
Yeah, even nowadays, like 60 is sort of a cheap game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they don't put that price there.
Let's hope it stays Minecraft, which always has been fairly cheap.
Right.
That
it's
be
been
nice.
very player friendly. It's not going to hurt your wallet.
It's accessible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which I really like, and hoping that's what they go with.
Yeah. Yeah, same here. And I think you're right. Or I'm not sure if you're right, but I hope you're right about it being a proving grounds.
Yeah, I hope so too.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Although people will catch on to it quick if that's the case.
Yeah. I think you have some Minecon news.
It's not really news, but I saw it and I thought, oh, that's kind of fun. Like in exactly 1 month, so 28th of September, it's gonna be Minecraft Earth they call it now. I'm just gonna say Minecon. Which is nice. That's in a month.
I think it's called Minecon Live now. It's not Earth anymore.
Oh yeah, I think we had a whole podcast thing about it where we're like, oh, they changed the name and stuff. I don't know. I'm confused.
It's better because we changed the name.
Right. Yeah, I'm just sticking with Minecon. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, it's Minecon.
I
can't wait. I want to see what they have coming.
Especially with like the little preview snapshot they did now. It's like,
oh yeah, talk about a bomb.
Yeah, well, I was really surprised. They were like, "Oh, we're not gonna say anything about 1.15 until like Minecon," and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they post bees, which is awesome.
Bees.
Yeah, talking about bees. I for once checked Twitter, which I'm really bad at, but
what?
Exactly. And I saw Minecraft tweeted a thing, a poll where they were like, how would bees wear pants?
Yes.
Which I thought was funny. I wasn't sure if I should read anything into that. Like, are they hinting towards something they're gonna add or not? I just thought it was funny, so I wanted to mention it here. Curious what you thought about it, and maybe our listeners.
So, anyone who chooses the picture on the left, what? What are you thinking?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it covers all the legs, but it reveals half the bee's butt. That's what pants do. They cover your butt.
Yeah.
So, the right picture is the right picture. Right is always right.
I think anybody would agree that sort of the stinger part is the butt of a bee. And exactly. It seems, well, you said like everybody who picked the left picture, but that's like twice as much people so far as
I know
the picture we think is right. But you know,
the pants cover half that bee's face. You don't put your belt at your chin.
Yeah,
that's weird.
I mean, I get that they want to cover the legs, but they're limbs, right?
Legs. Bees could have hands.
Yeah, they're limbs. You're not. Yeah. Are they legs? So covering like your hands or your arms and your legs with pants, that's gonna be, and then have the belt on your chin, like you said. That's awkward.
Yeah, we're talking way too much about bees wearing pants, though.
I mean, they were a big topic this week. They got us talking about bees.
Yeah.
What's the buzz this week? No, I didn't say that.
Oh, that was good. That was a good one. I haven't heard that one yet, and I've heard a lot of bee talk this week.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm surprised, actually, because that was a really obvious one.
Well, okay, so more information. So the Corey guy, I can't pronounce his last name, so I'm not going to try. Right. So if he ever hears this, I am so sorry. He has been tweeting out basically for months. Every tweet he's tweeted out has started with a B to hint at bees coming to 115.
Wow.
Every time there was a tweet about 114 having bugs, he would talk about bugs in his tweets.
Wow.
Did
he actually like confirm that he sort of?
Yes.
Or is this, so yeah.
Yeah, because no one caught on to it because it's so random.
Yeah, that's genius.
But he's also the guy that fought to bring brown mushroom cows to the game.
Okay.
And they were like, "Oh no, brown mushrooms aren't coming." He just kind of mentioned something about it that they're not in the game, and sure enough, they're in the game. So, I think we should be keeping an eye on Corey's Twitter a little bit harder.
Well, it sounds like...
Did he tweet the pants thing?
I'm not sure. I can check if you want.
Are we getting better pants in Minecraft?
I'm curious, though, because if he is like... That's some level of... I'm gonna say genius. Mm-hmm. If he's that clever, he's gonna know that people will catch on to this. So...
change it.
Yeah, or he's gonna wait just a while or something. He must be clever enough to sort of not make him predictable.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, but yeah, we should definitely keep an eye out for him.
Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and move on to listener comments. We don't have any listener comments this week. We kind of have host comments. We hit 1,000 listens this week.
Yeah.
That's insane. We have an average of 62 listeners per podcast, which is crazy in itself, but 1,000 listens.
Yeah, that's like
that's
100 a week.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for listening to us multiple times, it seems. I'm pretty sure that's listening to half of it and then coming back later and finishing it.
Oh, that could be it, for sure, yeah. I mean, it is an hour, so I can imagine like an hour was a long stretch.
Yeah, probably listening to us on the way to work and then listening to us on the way home from work.
Yeah. But that's awesome, man, 1,000.
Yeah, so those of you who have been listening and haven't joined the Discord, please join the Discord. I'm going to just throw that in there like I do every week. If you join the Discord, I promise to post more pics of my dog Susie as a way to appease your fluffiness for joining the Discord. Everybody wants dog pictures.
We can do some weird stuff.
Also, this has been an idea that's been in my head for a while, but I honestly never thought the podcast would take off like it has.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always been talks of maybe doing a secondary podcast, and I'm thinking if we hit 100 listeners average, that we might go ahead and introduce this somehow. I'm not sure how we'll do it, but it would be a secondary podcast where we literally just talk about random stuff. It's not going to be scripted. It's not going to just pertain to Minecraft. You guys kind of like when we go off on tangents, so the entire podcast will just be a random tangent about whatever's on our minds at that point.
Yeah, it probably won't last as long either.
No, probably not.
But it will also be, well, we'll not be paying it much attention to how we phrase things, I guess.
Yeah, so teen and up, more than likely. Carl's finger will not be on the mute button.
There won't be a mute or a beep or anything.
No, and we might end up just bringing random people in the chat. Like, if you're in the Discord and you want to talk random stuff with us, we might just bring you in to talk during that podcast.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Just stuff like that. So, thank you guys again so much for 1,000 listens, 62 average listeners. Don't forget we have a Discord.
And a lot of different countries as well. Which I think is really cool.
Yeah, we're everywhere, guys.
Yeah, worldwide.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's definitely time to talk about the main topic. Bees.
Oh, we didn't
What's the buzz on bees?
We didn't even script that. Well, we hardly script anything anyway, but we almost said it at the same time.
If you guys could see the notes we take, like, my notes are very much 1 to 2 words a sentence, and they're just kind of quick. This, to the point where Ben goes, "What the heck are you talking about?"
Well, mine are extremely short this week as well, because I'm...
Yeah, but you can't type, that's why.
Well, I mean, I can type, but it's with left, so it's really slow and tedious, like the one finger hitting a key, which is... brings me back like 20 years.
That's why you should be like me, who has always had the hybrid one finger look at the keyboard, but can use 4 fingers thing.
Oh, right.
But then again, I've broken 9 out of 10 fingers, so I'm used to not being able to use a whole hand.
I mean, I'm quite handy with my left hand, and I'm getting more handy by the day, but typing is just, it's slow.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, let's go to the topic.
Bees. So, I'll start with saying all the different kind of, like, bee things. So they have bee nests and bee hives. Bee nests are obviously naturally spawning. The bees will go find flowers, do a little dance on top of the flower, get covered in pollen, and then the bee texture will change when they're covered in pollen. And then they'll fly back to the beehive, go into the beehive, a certain amount of ticks. I can't remember how many ticks.
Right.
And then come out and do it again. Now, you're going to have a lot of bees going in and out of the same thing, and once the hive gets to level 5, level 5 things of honey or whatever, I think you can shear it to get a honeycomb.
Okay.
Which you can use to craft bee hives. Now, there is a thing where you can put a campfire underneath it to keep the bees calm, because the bees can aggro and they will sting you and it will hurt and it will kill the bee. So shame on you for killing bees.
And they come in groups, right? Did I remember that right? Yeah.
Yeah, they have the hive mind, like the pigment.
Right.
How you like them apples?
So that's... Yeah. Yeah, it was a good joke.
Yeah. And once
it's
a bee stings
full
you...
of those, isn't it?
Yeah, it really will be. So the bee stings you, the actual texture on the bee will change to where the stinger is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll kind of float around for like 60 seconds, I think, and then die and not drop anything. So basically, you lost your chance for some honey.
Oh. That's kind of interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to be nice to the bees. It's worth it to be
for
nice.
Sure. I also remember reading that when you have a flower in your hand, they will follow you.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. I think that's cool.
I think it's cool, too. So, you have a hive now.
Mm-hmm.
The hive, when it gets to certain levels, will change, just like the nest will. Like, I think it's 5 levels of honey. The texture changes to let you know it's full of honey. And then you can make... I don't know if you have to, like, get honeycomb out of it and then convert it to a honey bottle. But the new dispenser functionality we talked about earlier, a dispenser can fill a bottle with honey and water at the same, not at the same time, but it can do water also.
Mm-hmm.
So the game's kind of treating honey like a liquid, which it should. Which is kind of cool. But at the same time, everyone's like, oh my god, this is an awesome new Redstone thing. Potion brewing's going to be amazing now. Fully automatic. And I go, no.
Well, you still have to craft the bottles and get all the materials.
What? Can you craft bottles yet? I don't think you can craft bottles. I think you still have to do a witch farm to get a ton of bottles.
No, you can craft bottles.
You can?
Yeah, it's like 3 glass in a V shape.
What?
I think that's been like as long as I've been playing Minecraft.
Carl, cut this out. I totally knew that there were glass bottles that could be crafted.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. You're making me doubt now, but I'm pretty sure I've always, like, crafted bottles. No, I'm sure.
I can't remember. It's been so long. And every season, there's a giant witch farm within the first month. And I've never had to craft bottles.
Well, also potions have really, like... They're not...
Yeah.
Nobody really needs potions. Well, fire resistance, maybe a bit.
Yeah, but I literally use maybe 10 potions a season.
Yeah, if you even make that.
Right. The only time I make more would probably be the last Comic Craft season where I had to drain a ton of water. So.
Yeah, for going a lot of underwater, it's nice. You get like night vision and water breathing and stuff.
Yeah. But now you can just set up one of those stupid water beacon things that is...
Yeah?
I'm Heart of the Sea, right? No. I don't know. I can't believe I can't remember that. Conduit. Jeez. Yeah. Brain fart. Man, I could not think of the word to save my life.
That's all right. We get that sometimes in the podcast.
Every time we record.
We're forgetting words and yep. Tangents again. Yeah.
So, okay. The dispenser filling bottles with water and honey. Water, I don't think is a big deal. I don't find it too practical. I'm sure there will be a redstone contraption for it that will be practical one day.
Mm-hmm.
But with this being the first snapshot, I haven't seen anything that makes me go, yay! Now, filling it with honey, I've seen that in the farms so far. I'm good with it. I think it's cool. Also, dispensers, they kind of shear sheep now, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can shear bee nests and hives also.
Yeah. It's nice. If they don't add anything more, which, I mean, this is just one really small thing, I'm assuming, for 1.15. But if they don't add more, this, to me, is just 2 mechanics to hoard more items. I don't see much use for it yet, but I hope they changes. We'll see.
The same way.
Shooting, does it Like, how does it work when you have a full potion and you use it in a dispenser? Does it throw it or something? That could be interesting. Yeah. Might already do that.
Dispensers have already done that.
Yeah. Wow, we're really showing our Minecraft knowledge this episode.
It just shows the lesser known or used features in Minecraft.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, how much would you use a potion and a dispenser at the same time?
Yeah, the only time I've seen that is when people use dogs for skeleton grinders.
Oh,
and
right.
They need to heal the dogs because the skeletons have thorns on them.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, so what I like about bees.
Yeah.
It's another ambient mob, which we've needed for forever. So I am super excited that we get an ambient mob. And it's not textured like a zombie.
It's not a zombie, that's for sure. I kind of like how it's... I mean, they're kind of big for being a bee, I guess. But there's not that many tiny animals around, which I kind of like. It really is an ambient mob. Like, it's not right in your face. It's well, maybe it is. They are kind of big for bees, but...
I've seen some videos where, like, the bees are in the background,
and
it's very cool to see something moving around.
Yeah.
And you can tell it's not a hostile mob just from the way it moves and stuff like that. So that's really cool. And it flies, which is something I didn't think we were going to get. I never thought we were going to get a flying passive mob just because I thought it was too much for them. I mean, you look at parrots. They don't fly. They just kind of chill there, and then every once in a while they flap and hover.
Yeah, they hover a bit. I mean, the Vexes, they do really fly.
Yeah.
I do gotta, I guess, defend those a little bit. And then I don't think the Phantoms fly that well. They're a bit weird.
Yeah, it's kind of spinny, dive bomb, fly right up to the top, spin, dive bomb.
They just loop around a little bit. I'm not sure if that's flying. So that's really cool that they have a flying mob. I'm curious on what biome they will be. I don't think they really specified that.
So far it's any forest biome.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe plains would work. Definitely flower forests, obviously. Yeah, nice. Because I mean, most forests are kind of empty. They even finding sheep or cows is, because of all the trees, generally sort of tricky.
Yeah.
So that'll definitely add to having a bit more of a lively forest.
It really will. I'm super excited for this.
Yeah, same here. I like that. That's really cool.
Another thing I like is honey is a new food source.
Yeah.
So I can't remember what exactly the meat chunks it gives you, but I do know it's one of the highest saturation in the game.
I think it gave you 6 meat chunks, which is like 3 if you look in your bar. Like, for some reason they go a half 1. So it's the same as chicken, basically.
Right, but I think it's one of the higher saturations in the game.
Okay.
The other problem is you can't stack honey jars.
Mm-hmm.
So it immediately goes down there with stew as useless.
Kinda, yeah. Well, also because it's already not... Well, you said for saturation it was really good?
Yes, very good.
Well, that defends it a bit. But yeah, if you can't stack it, it's...
Right, it's dumb.
Yeah, you can't carry that amount of bottles.
Which brings me to one thing I don't like is honey feels wasted. So, to me, instead of honey just being a standalone food, I think you should be able to combine the honey with other food. So, let's say you have a raw piece of chicken or a raw pork chop or even a raw steak. You craft the honey with the raw thing. You get like a honey glazed raw meat and you throw that in the furnace. You cook it. And now you get a chicken or a pork chop or a steak with the saturation level of plus honey.
You said furnace. I think this might be an awesome opportunity to increase...
Do the smoker?
Campfire.
Or a campfire.
Like, you have campfire, put your meat on there, and then you have to sort of rub the honey on it by throwing your potion on it, or just putting it in there with an inventory slot or something. I think that
could be cool.
Could be a nice way of, I don't know, just making it more lively.
It would bring the food cooking part of campfires to more in-game than beginning game.
Yeah, that too. It's like a sort of next kind of level cooking, like it's beyond the furnace and beyond the smoker, maybe. Yeah,
for sure.
Also, I mean, this is just like a first snapshot of an update. They said they wouldn't even put any news out, so I'm gonna. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity for them to still add combinations of food like you want.
Yeah, for sure. This is, like you said, is the very first snapshot.
Mm-hmm.
We have to take everything we have with a grain of salt, because obviously things are gonna change.
Yeah, but I'm with you. I hope they're gonna use the honey for something more than just another sort of stew, like you said. It's
yeah. Well, I mean, you can convert honey to sugar, but we already have a way to get sugar that's easier in sugarcane.
Yeah, sugarcane is so ridiculously easy that, yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't take all the time. Thanks, phone. Jeez,
I
scared the bejeebus out of me, man.
Nice.
I gotta know what it was. Oh, it was
Obviously.
Reddit saying, "Hey, read me some more."
So it wasn't even useful.
It wasn't even useful.
Nice.
Okay, so we've talked about what I've liked, what I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about what 115 may bring. Now, this is literally just me hypothesizing.
Right.
Just taking random shots in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't take anything I say as, Dud said it, it's the truth, we're getting red dragons.
Obviously, that was the first thing you were gonna mention. Yeah, 1.15 will have red dragons. Dud's confirmed it. You all heard it.
I didn't know where to fit red dragons in this thing, and I said I would talk about them once every podcast. So,
yep.
Moving on. I'm going to call the 115 update the ambiance update.
Okay.
I said it fancy like that. I even put my pinky in the air. You guys couldn't see that, but I know you heard the pinky in the air.
Definitely.
So, yeah, I think this is going to be a very big detail update. I have a feeling we're going to see things like candles, bookshelves that actually work. We could put books in, maybe furniture. I'm going big this update. Bees were a huge thing, and they just threw it out there for the first snapshot. I don't think so. I think they got way more figured out. Data packs allow them to do so much little cool stuff.
Yeah. That
stuff like furniture has been in data packs 24 hours after they release, hey, data packs are things now. It's super easy. I think they're going to be in the game, and I think it's going to be awesome.
Candles is one I heard a lot, which makes sense, because they're going to add wax, I believe. I've been thinking, like, what do you use wax for in real life? And to be honest, beyond candles and maybe mold making, I couldn't think of much. I don't think they'll add molds into the game.
No.
So yeah, candles I think is a good chance.
Yeah, well, imagine, so you have wax and you have string, so you can make a candle. What if candles work like, was it sea pickles?
I'm not sure. Well, you have sea pickles, yeah.
Yeah, well, sea pickles are just light underwater. What if a candle is just light above water?
Yeah.
So they're using the shape of the sea pickle, just a different texture, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be nice if they worked like sort of differently than a candle, like, or a torch.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you put more candles on top of each other, and it creates a different candle holder thing.
Yeah, have that exact sea pickle mechanism where you just sort of stack candles. Yeah, they could also make that look really nice. Like, I generally like the look of candles, especially when they're all sort of molten together and stuff. Maybe that's just me being weird, but I kind of like that. Also, we know in 1.15, actually for sure, that they're gonna add functionality to, I believe, the smithing table and one other one. I want to say fletching table, but that might already have.
I heard that before, but I think they may have backpedaled on that.
Oh, that could be the case. Yeah.
Because everyone kept there saying, well, it's a combat update, it's a combat update. They're like, no, this is not a combat update. So they may have backpedaled. You may be right. It still may be a thing. I'm not sure. But I haven't heard any more of that talk, period.
They promised it so long time ago that they might have already pretty much had it ready. If that's the case,
that's true.
Let's hope they just add it. If not, I mean, it's not the biggest thing. I mean, if they don't add functionality to the smithing table, I'm okay with that.
Well, think about it. Smithing table, you do armor and weapons and all that kind of stuff. But what if it's what allows you to make bookshelves and chairs and candles?
I'd be confused.
Detail.
Why on a smithing table? Seems more like a workbench kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, that could be cool. Yeah, maybe divide. I don't know. Do we want to divide the crafting more?
No, maybe, we don't. Maybe but not. They already did that, so.
A little bit.
Yeah, ideas.
Oh, yeah.
For wax still. I have one more.
Oh, let's hear it.
So, this goes all the way back to like 5th grade for me.
Right.
So, think of tiny toddler duds. Not very big. Just learning about the world. And I lived in Florida at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a friend who was learning how to surf at a very young age, obviously.
Oh.
He had a bar of wax.
Right.
And I remember this being the first time I saw wax in like a pure form.
Right.
He would run the wax on the bottom of his shoes and then slide across the picnic table.
That's
like some
awesome.
Kind of Tony Hawk genius. So what if you can add wax to blocks and it now makes them non-sticky to slime blocks, or you can add wax to blocks and make it where you can travel faster without having to use ice.
Ooh. So basically you would sort of making a sticky piston, but you could do that with any block and then it would just be like something would slide past it.
Yeah, say you have an andesite block, cool. You combine it with wax.
Yeah.
And that gives you a waxed andesite block.
Oh, that's a really cool idea.
Nothing can stick to it, and when you run across it, you go faster, like you do ice.
Mm-hmm. When you were talking, you being a little kid, I thought maybe crayons, they kind of make those out of wax.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my dad had bees, so my first encounter with like bees and wax was, raw bees. I like the bees. I think they'll be great. I'm really looking forward to I thought they were called bee boxes, but the hives, the ones you can craft.
Bee boxes would be amazing. Decoy would go nuts.
Did I miss a pun there?
Bee boxes. It's like the B-boy boom boxes.
Right. Yeah, I did miss a pun. Bee boxes would be, Decoy would be all over that. But the hives, I'm looking forward to that. I think those will be cool. They will increase like the ambience in making a garden or just decorating the area around places so much more.
Well, and don't forget, like, if you look at the hive texture, it really looks like one of those boxes you get that holds files and stuff.
Right.
So detail inside of buildings and stuff could be really cool with that also.
Oh, yeah, that too. It could just be a regular good decoration block. Do they always have bees? Do you know? Like, can you place them without outputting bees, basically?
I know if you silk touch a hive or a nest with bees in it,
right,
the bees will stay in it.
Okay.
If you break it with the bees out of it, they obviously get mad at you and try to kill you.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't really know if bees will be automatically drawn to it, or maybe you have to lure them with a flower to the new home.
Yeah. Well, we have to wait and see. It would be nice if you have an option to not have them with bees. Because like you said, then you could just use them as a decoration.
Yeah.
Even if that's not the case, I think it'll be great for just decorating around the house. Let's call it that.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. I think I really like this hopefully small snippet of 115.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thought they would go for a different name for the update. They sort of used the phrase "into the wild" like a little bit awkwardly in my opinion. Maybe I'm just bad at English. I thought that might have been a hint to what they were going for. I guess it would be sort of close to what you like. I guess the core of what they would put in it is basically the same. I don't know. Into the Wild sounded catchy as well. But yeah, I think it'll be probably quite a lot of ambient stuff. I do hope they redo the food a bit. Like you say, I hope they use the honey and then combine it with other foods to just... I hope they do just something with the food. Make it a bit less simple or something.
I do too. To me, honey is such a wasted item to just do sugar and not stack. Even just stacking it makes it a useful item again.
Well, I'm not even only speaking about honey. I'm including like beetroots, which they added not too long ago, which is... I mean, I think you can only make like beetroot soup, which is, well, you don't want to carry that.
No.
Yeah, and there's so many, like the stews. I think they're a great idea. I love that they're around. They're even pretty good food, but they gotta find something with that. I don't know.
What if you could do beetroot with honey like you do carrots and gold? So now you have a golden beetroot.
Right.
That'd be awesome.
Or a fake sugar apple. Like a trick sugar apple. Oh, here, have a sugar apple, and then you bite, and it's like beet.
It gives you speed boost for 2 minutes.
Oh boy, yeah, obviously there will be a lot of sugar. You'll be jumping around.
Yup, that'd be awesome.
Oh boy. But I think we kind of captured most of the update, didn't we?
I think we did.
All right, so... Anyone, if you like the show, tell everyone and anyone. The more people know, the better. We want more audience. Let's get up that viewer stuff, or, well, listener stuff. People don't really watch us, I guess. Yeah. Share us on social media and everywhere. Leave us a rating and a review. That really helps out. Join us on the Discord. We want more Discord. Also, if you want to contact us, send an email to podcast@rippleeffectsmp.com. Tweet us. It's a good way to get in touch with us. Links are in the show notes.
Yeah, this show has been brought to you by Bank and myself, but also our digital producer, Carl. He helps make sure the show doesn't end up like in a beehive somewhere. It actually does end up on the internet.
Buzzing around on the internet.
The amazing music you heard on the intro and that you're going to hear in the outro was created by the one and only Decoy. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for the 1,000 listens. That's just crazy to me.
It's insane. I'm so excited about it. I didn't expect that.
Yeah. Both Decoy and Carl's social media links can also be found in the show notes. And like always, guys, thank you so much for getting withered with us. Bye.
See ya later.